Hi, we're Bob and LaRue McDaniel with Insight Ministries, and we're here to talk to you about our interactive marriage workshops. We've taught these workshops all across this great land of ours, and we've seen marriages that were in shambles become one flesh marriages. We've seen good marriages become great marriages.
Here's a brief look at our workshop and some of the comments that's been made about its effectiveness.
Hi, my name is Buren Goss, and I've been pastoring at Eagles Way Church for the past 30 years. In all these years, there's never been a ministry that has come to our church that has had a greater impact on our married couples. It's been positive, uplifting, but most of all, it's given them practical ways to improve their relationships. We've had knowledge for many, many years, and we've had understanding, and we have teaching of the Word on a daily basis in our country, and that's important. But what's more important is being doers of the Word and not just hearers. And that's what Bob and LaRue's ministry does. It brings practicality to marriages where people have, it's really not a seminar where you're taught, but it teaches you how to communicate, how to love one another and be to each other what God really intends for you to be. I just encourage you at any time to have them in your church. They make good marriages better, and they make bad marriages good. On a personal note, Bob and LaRue were a tremendous part of bringing my wife and I closer than we've ever been. We've been married 32 years, and I can say today that we're happier, we're more content, we're more fulfilled. We're better off because of these two people's impact on our lives. Insight Ministries will do nothing but good for your work and for your people, and I encourage you to have them. God bless you.
From the very first night, I was so excited because I could tell this was going to really dramatically change our marriage. And just in 4 weeks, it really has. We're more open with each other. We are more vulnerable to each other. And I really can see a difference. We are so excited that we want to learn all we can so we can have our own group and teach other people what we've been learning.
And what we learned in that approximately 10 hours in that weekend, we accomplished more in that 10 hours than we have in eight and a half years.
The basic premise to the workshop comes from Genesis 2:18. God said it's not good for mankind to be alone. I'll make a helper suitable for him. God's original plan and his best plan is for us to be each other's helpmates, to help each other with our hurts and to share our joys with each other. But there are some tools that we need to have in order to be each other's helpmates, the helpmates that God designed us to be.
The workshop is uniquely designed to prepare the couple with tools on how to be a helpmate. It also develops a habit of using those tools. Only about 25% of the workshop is lecture, and the rest is spirit-led, eye-to-eye practice on how to be together. Couples go away from the workshop with a renewed value of each other and to the commitment of their marriage. But the best part is that they've not only learned the tools, but were able to practice those tools that will help them and others for the rest of their lives.
We both come from broken homes, and which a lot of people do. But in either one of our relationships, neither one of us knew how a good relationship worked. It was just, written disaster all over it, was our marriage. So we met Bob and LaRue, and it's been an incredible thing in our lives because it created a bond between Leland and I that nobody can break apart.
It was an opportunity for us to really see what marriage is supposed to be like, since we both came from failed marriages.
When Paul and I first got married, we were absolutely convinced that no one in the entire universe loved each other as much as we did. It was a gift from God. And probably for the first 2 years of our marriage, I really thought he walked on water. Then we had children and bought the house, and I got real busy with the kids, and Paul got real busy with the job. By the time we met Bob and LaRue, we were real angry with each other. But throughout the process of that weekend, it was amazing to me how we just kind of, I don't know if melted is the right word, but we let all of our guard down and we began talking about things that were really important to both of us. And we learned things that we never knew after being married for many, many years.
Jamie and I have been married 22 and a half years and thought we had a wonderful marriage up until actually 3 years ago. And then we realized it was pretty much a surface marriage, one that didn't have a whole lot of depth, but we were happy. We thought we were. I believe at that point in time we realized there was an opportunity to go to a marriage seminar, a marriage workshop with Bob and LaRue leading. And I believe I was reluctant because, again, I felt like Jamie needed the help. And that might be a good thing, and I'll just tag along and see what happens. But from the very beginning of the seminar, after I felt like God broke through the walls and the barriers that I had in my heart and in my head of going into this, He really started dealing with me through the questions that were presented and the personal interaction during the workshop by Bob and LaRue as leaders.
We work right next to each other. We've been working next to each other for 9 years.
Mm-hmm. Long time.
We wouldn't have been able to do that had we not been through the seminar.
So much information that it was like a fire hose of information. But now with this mentoring program, my wife and I have decided that we want to be involved in that to learn what we learned at the workshop even more, and how to just use that in our lives.
It was rough, and there was a point in time probably about a year and a half ago that I wouldn't have thought we'd have made it. When this seminar came up with Bob and LaRue, I said, well, honey, let's try that. And he's like, well, okay, that, I'll go. And so the fit for us was there, but it has radically changed me, and it's radically changed our home.
It's just worked wonders with the communication skills that we have for each other. It's just brought us closer together just a short amount of time.
We don't want to do what we did before again, and that is just not an option. And God has just given us, He's just really blessed our lives so much through this workshop.
What this workshop has done for me and for us is given us hope. We had just come against a lot of walls in our relationship. We didn't have tools that we needed to communicate. And what Bob and LaRue have taught us is how to communicate so we can, and the Lord can begin to break down some of those walls that we don't even know how they got there.
And now that the kids are gone, we have something that'll last us forever. And had we not gone through the workshop, I don't know what we'd have today.
We're both so much happier. Their purpose in counseling is to eliminate themselves. They want us to become each other's counselors so that we don't have to go to them.
We believe that it's possible to turn the hearts of couples toward each other. The biggest embarrassment in the kingdom of God is that our divorce rate is the same as the divorce rate of the world. My brothers, these things should not be. We have to stop divorce. The family unit is God's foundational plan for the church and for our nation. However, over 50% of our marriages are ending in divorce. The fall of every nation has always started with the deterioration of the family. The fate of our churches and our nation depends on healthy marriages and healthy churches.
These couples are leaving with new hope, new skills, and new understandings of who they are and who their mate is, and how they fit together in God's purpose here on earth.
Pastors, after your people go through the workshop, after they go through the 8-week mentoring class, they'll now be certified that they'll be able to mentor other couples in your church. Isn't that exciting? You'll have your own marriage ministry to strengthen families, to minister to young couples in your church. It's exciting.
Well, as you can see, there's happy times in the workshop and there are serious times just like in real life. Most of our workshops are done on a Friday evening and a Saturday.
But the workshops can be tailor-made to meet the needs of your congregation. We do 6 different workshops. 4 of the workshops are for married or engaged couples only, and 2 of the workshops are for singles as well as married or engaged couples.
If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to call us or email us. We're very anxious to be of service to you. And Pastor, thank you very much for your time.